Wagers. Man, what a year 2K20 was, right? We were kind of let down by the build system. I'm not even gonna lie. We were saying how it was limited. You know, it just didn't feel too great to you. Fast forward later down the year, we find out specific builds was kind of becoming meta, and there's ways to make the game at least competitive. And that's what a lot of people look for when it came to the comp scene. Now, if I remember correctly, I think Lamonsta started setting a trend where you'd make a two-way slashing playmaker and you just straight up ISO. And it was one of the best builds in the game when it came to the twos. Now, the threes were obviously, you know, paint beast with play shot, a lockdown, you know, spot up in the corner. That was basically the meta. But you could shift it around. You could do these things. You could play around with these things and eventually get a lineup that you could use and you can master, making it so there's some ways of adjusting your game and have some diversity within the game, which made it that much more fun. But somewhere along the road, we got really bored with the game. Everybody was using the same drill moves, everyone was doing the same moves, everyone had the same build, and everyone was just doing everything the same. People were really bored with the game, and I'll never forget that, because I remember I was playing 2K20, I was just sitting there, I was like, god damn, this game is boring as fuck. Out of nowhere, here comes Tassino, and by some miracle, he's able to revive the 2K20 community and bring life into it once again for a limited amount of time with Wagers. And you already know how that shit went.
They're nervous on defense right now.
They won't.
Fake a pass, shot. Fake. Shoot.
Green! Let's go!
Holy shit, stop fucking talking shit about me.
Let's go!
From content creators to streamers to comp stage players, even reaction channels had to get some of this sauce. You know what I'm saying? So everyone flocked to this shit. Everyone flocked to Wagers, and a lot of people came up. It was really a breath of fresh air for a deprived community as it was. And even with 2K20 having its flaws, Wagers instantly became a staple of the community. But you're probably asking, yo, BDG, why are you still talking about 2K20? I thought this was about next gen. And you're correct for thinking that, and I'm going to tell you why I was talking about 2K20. Everything I stated was a reason why Wagers worked. And next gen, you have some of those ingredients sprinkled in there, but you're missing the main one: competitiveness. That was robbed from us as soon as the build system came out and Power 4 Demigods became a thing. Add on the fact that the stage is no longer a permanent thing, but an event that just basically got rid of Wagers entirely. But you're probably sitting in your chair like, yo, but what about current gen? So if you think about it, current gen is the only option, but it simply won't work because there's only two builds in the game that are comp: play shots and paint beast. That's the only comp lineup there is. Two-way slashing playmakers were nerfed to the ground. Every single power forward build was nerfed to the ground. Spot ups were nerfed to the ground. Everything was made worse in 2K21 current gen. Every build was made worse than it already was, and making that worse, it made only certain builds playable for the playstyle you wanted to do. And honestly, if you want to win, you can't go out there with a random diverse group of players. You have to have a specific team with specific roles, and I know that's how it worked in 20, but 20 did it in a way where you can make your own role, you can make your own build, and you know, thrive within that and be the best version of yourself. Now you got to be into some mold. Nobody wants to be a play shot, nobody wants to be a paint beast. Now obviously there's some people that do, the people that want to win, but not everybody wants to be stuck in a box and play the same way for 20 games in a row on the comp stage. That sounds boring as fuck, and for me personally, I'd probably not play the game either. I'm be real with you. No matter how good I am at the game, if I can't have fun on it, it's just not worth it to me. And honestly, I don't see Wagers making a comeback, at least not this year. They can, but not this year, not at all. And if you disagree, well, I hope you're right. If 2K were able to get some patches in there, get rid of Zens and shit like that, then I wouldn't disagree. Then maybe there's a possibility Wagers come back on current gen, but definitely not on next gen. Next gen is impossible. Honestly, I think it's better off just waiting for 2K22 and see what they do with that game. And if they fail another year, it's gonna be a very sad time for the 2K community. And honestly, we might even be in a drought. The 2K community gonna be in a drought. 2K22, please, I'm praying to at least be a competitive game. And maybe the builds don't have to be diverse, but the dribbling system needs to be revamped. That shit is ass. That shit is ass. So you need to revamp the dribbling system. No, I retract that statement. Builds have to be diverse, because if they're not, everybody's gonna be rocking the same build. So please don't bring back 2K20 system, but improve upon it. Make it so you don't have to be that limited, because you got more options to play with. I'm not saying bring back pie charts. Maybe bring back like a combination of 2K20 stats with the 2K21 builder system. That'd be kind of like a cool little combination. But honestly, I don't even know what the fuck the developers are thinking, because they even said themselves they do not test the builder system. They want players, us, to find out what the meta is. That's if your mom, your pops was like, hey yo, I made this brand new just smacking food, this shit look good as hell, and they bring it out to you, it look good, but like, hey, I ain't never made this before, I ain't never tasted it, I don't even know what I put into the bitch, but you're gonna have to try it. And then when you take a bite out of that motherfucker, that shit ass. And guess what? Guess who's suffering because of that expense? Not your parents, you. So 2K is making us suffer because of their mistakes type shit. Like, bro, why didn't you test the game yourself? That shit is ass. Eat your own game, bitch. Like, this shit is ass. Test it, bro. It's not good. So like, why do that? And I remember like 2K said, hey yo, the city is brand new shit. What's new, 2K? What's new besides warehouses? What is actually new? I don't think there's a single thing new about the city. If we're being real, there's not a single thing. What, the stores? Well, we all got the Swags, right? Swags was there the whole time. Now I have to go to every other store if I want to get certain type of shoes and shit. Like, bro, that's just Swags, but inconvenient, bro. Like, it makes no damn sense to me. That's the only thing new. What, the garage hoops? Garage hoops? I mean, that's a slight W. But like, they took away my court, so it's like, the fuck? I don't need this shit. Like, come on now. Like, it's ass. Like, why get rid of so many things and just not add on to them? You're getting rid of shit, replacing it with shit we don't need, bro. Like, just add on to the game. You don't need to remove shit. They done got rid of like the rebirth. That was the lit thing. I don't know why they keep getting rid of certain things that are lit. The tigers? They got rid of the tigers? Like, why would you get rid of that? Like, just why not add on to the game? Why you gotta remove shit and put new shit like to replace it on some weirdo shit, bro? Like, I know you can't just combine everything. You can't just stack all these new things, and eventually some things are just gonna be useless. But what you can do is probably improve on certain things and not remove them and revamp them out of the game. It just doesn't make sense to do that. Like, I don't understand that thought process, and the 2K devs need to tee up on do some shit like that, because they always do something. They always do something to fuck up the game. Like, I could dead be in a box. I could put me in a box, 2K, a cardboard box, and put 4 courts there. That's it. My clothes can be on the settings, bro. I could go to the settings. I could buy clothes through there. That'll be the most convenient shit ever. I don't give a fuck about the city. Yeah, it's a lit idea. It looks cool, but it comes with way too many inconveniences. Like, you gotta go all the way over here to get some clothes, or if you want a do-rag, you gotta go to like I don't even know where the fuck that shit at. You get what I'm saying? You gotta go to so many different places for so many different things when it should just be at one spot, like in GTA. You know, you want clothes, you go to the clothing store. It's really that simple. You want tats, you go to the tat store. Simple. Like, you don't have to go to Nike. You don't have to go to all these things. And at the same time, like, shadows, bro. Like, all these buildings and shit just covering the courts. That is the most annoying thing I've ever seen in a 2K. That shit has to go. I know it's realism, but who the fuck cares about realism when you're looking at a basketball court? You just want to see what you're doing. Then, even in real life, you don't see that shit happening. You got lights. Have them bitches on 24/7, bro. Like, I don't fuck with it at all. Don't do that shit, bro. 2K is worrying about the wrong shit, bro. Shadows on a court, really? Who thought of that shit? I oughta. Whatever, man. Look, I'm done with this shit. I've been talking for too damn long. It's almost been like 9 minutes. If you enjoyed this vid, make sure that like and sub, man. I'm just gonna head out. I just wanted to rant for a little bit. I know I usually don't post a lot of rant videos. When I do, it's because I'm genuinely just upset about the dog shit game we're playing. It's just tough. It's tough, man. So I gotta let it out. I gotta let it all out. All that steam. All that steamy steam. You feel me? I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I'm gonna head out, man. Have a good one, y'all.